Hey VC, what's up? It's Roger back with another video. Cheers. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah. In the background we're listening to, more Matthew Shipp from, more Blue Series. This is Harmony and Abyss. Which came out on Thirsty Year in 2004. Sometimes I get stymied thinking of something I can play that isn't going to get blocked, Ben Costello's latest video, blocked here in the US anyway. And I've had some videos blocked in other countries, and I get it, I do, and it's kind of funny. A while ago I was playing my CD in the background of my video, and I got a copyright notice. And great, I'm so glad BMI is looking out for my intellectual property, yada yada yada, but really, like I've seen a dime from BMI, or ever will. But that's not why I'm doing it, and that's why some people are doing it, so I get it. But anyway, I kind of know Matthew Shipp, and Thirsty Year doesn't seem to want to bust me, so. And it's great music, and it's CD only, so there. Anyway, I went to a record show, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before. And I showed some of this stuff on Facebook, but I wanted to come on and show records, because that's what we do here in the VC, right? It was a pretty good show. Now, we only have record shows here in Nashville twice a year, in the spring and the fall. And recently they've been kind of meh, same old dealers with the same old records. But they moved to a different hotel, a little bit bigger room. It's a hotel by the airport. And there were some dealers from out of state. A couple of guys came all the way from Illinois, which is kind of cool. And they had some really interesting records. I got some cool stuff, so just want to quickly show you. Try not to make too long a video. So yeah, let's start. First we have Graham Moncour III. I don't know if that's really how you pronounce his name. I don't know. This is New Africa. Actual 21. This is not an original. This is on Get Back, that Italian label. I think this came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. Really nice shape. I don't know, recently there's been, I don't know how recently, but it seems like people have been showing some Graham Moncour III some love. He made a couple great records for Blue Note, and this record for Actuel, and maybe some others. He's kind of an overlooked musician. He plays trombone, first of all. Now I love the sound of the trombone. I love that baritone range and the warm tone that it has, but this stuff, it makes it hard. There's some brilliant trombonists out there. He's one of them. Also a great composer and conceptualist. And, this has like Roscoe Mitchell and Andrew Cyrille on it. Just great. Super happy to find this, even though it's a reissue. So yeah, there are these two guys from Illinois. I forget their names. They seem to know each other. Surprise, surprise. And they both had really interesting records, but they had totally different approaches to trying to sell them. So one guy had tons of super obscure stuff. I mean, a lot of you guys would have gone nuts. Not so much jazz, but obscure folk and funk and soul and psych, and I didn't know what half of this stuff was, and none of it was priced, right? And so it's like, how much went for this? I found something that looked really interesting, and was talking to him about it, and I was like, well, how much? And he's like, 300, but I'll take 250. Like, not from me, buddy. I guess I'm just not in that upper echelon of record collecting. So be it. So I only wound up buying one record from him, and slightly overpaid, maybe $6. It's near mint except for a cut corner. This is Jack DeJohnette Special Edition album from ECM from 1984. I have a bunch of his stuff as a leader. Now, I love him as a drummer. My God, one of my favorite drummers of all time. Just incredible. But as a leader, I find his records kind of hit or miss. Now, someone, James Buttery maybe, had shown this and raved about it. And anyway, I'm kind of collecting ECMs, renting them. I got rid of some recently. Anyway, this is really cool. This is not your typical ECM. It's not a typical Jack DeJohnette. So the lineup with John Purcell, David Murray, Rufus Reid, and Howard Johnson. This has... There's some downright like New Orleans. I think there's even a track called like New Orleans on here. Kind of old-timey kind of concepts, but done in a modern way, and just so really melodic and really kind of funky at times. Really, I was surprised how much I enjoyed this. This is excellent. So that's all I got from that guy. Right next to him was this other guy from Illinois, I think, and he had lots of cool stuff. And his approach was everything's half off marked. Now, of course, he drew a crowd, and by the time I kind of got through it, it was maybe picked over a bit, but found some really great stuff. You know, his asking prices were, he knew what he had, you know, but half off, you know, I could have gone crazy. But anyway, some really cool stuff here. Lenny Breau, 5 O'Clock Bells. This is from 1979 on the Adelphi Jazz line. I don't know if that's a private press kind of thing. Lenny Breau, wow, amazing guitar player, kind of a Nashville legend because he moved here after his bid at, you know, jazz stardom fizzled out, and it was partly his fault. He was a drug addict, and but wow, what an amazing player! And he would play these custom 7-string guitars, so he could get even more of like a bass and accompaniment and melody thing happening all this thing. This is solo guitar. Mind-blowingly impressive guitar playing, and really beautiful and expressive too. His records, whenever I see them, they go for bucks. So this, I think, was priced $20. I paid $10. It's really nice condition. I thought that was a bargain. And here's something I don't see ever. I don't ever see ESP disc stuff in the wild. So this is cool. This is Pearls Before Swine, Balaclava. It's from 1967 on ESP disc. Wow, I'm not sure what I paid for it. There's a like ink or something here, and there's some wear on the cover, but otherwise in really nice shape. Interestingly, it has a yellow label. I'm not going to pull it out. We were talking about it. It might be a promo. Hard to tell. ESP disc is a, you know, kind of a shoestring label. This is cool. Hippie folk rock psychedelic. You know, very of its time, very informed by the war in Vietnam, and Tom Rapp was kind of the main guy. And so it's kind of simplistic folk, but it has these interesting instrumental touches. Like Joe Farrell plays flute on this, an English horn on another track. It's really nice, beautiful. Again, of its time, but I was super excited to find that. Another cool thing this guy had, you know, you just don't see. This is Medusa by a band called Trapeze. This came out in 1970. This is on the Threshold label. It's a label, you know, London. Moody Blues' label. This is pretty obscure. This isn't a nice gatefold. This is US pressing. This This was Glenn Hughes' first band. He went on to play with Deep Purple and was in Black Sabbath briefly. This is a first pressing. In pretty good shape. There's a scratch on the second side, which kind of bums me out, but yeah, this is cool. Some bluesy touches, but mostly prog and yeah, prog, I guess. Really cool. Again, half off. It was like, how could I? He had a second pressing there too. I almost wanted to buy that one as well. This was dirt cheap, and I didn't really know what it was, but I figured with the Roger Dean cover and the gatefold for like $2, why not? This is McKendree Spring, the Spring Suite. This is from 1973. This is maybe like their 5th or 6th album. New York-based kind of folk prog. It's okay. I didn't love it. I love the cover though. For $2, why not? And then this, I couldn't leave it sitting there, especially for half off. You know, it was totally a great price for this. You just don't see these. You don't see them very often to begin with. When you do, they're trash because they're party records. And this was still sealed. This is Parliament's The Clones of Dr. Funkenstein, 1976. Still in the shrink wrap. I haven't opened this yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, I probably will. You think if I send in for that bonus record offer, they'll send it to me? You think? Really cool. Yeah, Parliament. I've got a bunch of Parliament records, but like I said, they're hard to find in good shape because people party, and, you know. So I think that's all I got from that guy. I hit my nephew, went with me to some like Neil Young records that I knew he would want. Yeah, that was cool. Cheers to out-of-state sellers. All right, some other stuff. This is a major upgrade for me. This is the Moody Blues In Search of a Lost Chord, from 1967, I believe. This is a very first U.S. pressing, and not mint. I mean, there's a little bit of ring wear here. Vinyl is really excellent condition. Sounds great on DRAM. I love those early Moody Blues records. I kind of dismissed them as kind of cheesy at some point, but yeah. So yeah, this is maybe $8, something like that. These next couple are not originals, next few, but there were good deals on some nice reissues. This is the Free Design, Kites Are Fun. A reissue on Light in the Attic from 2003. Wow, this is great. And Light in the Attic does such a good job. It's in a really nice heavyweight gatefold, 180 gram vinyl. Sounds fantastic. Yeah, sunshine pop. Kind of psychedelic, but great vocals. You know, these 3-part, multi-layered harmonies, really jazzy chord voicings, and great fun. That song "Kites Are Fun" is just classic. Super happy about that. This is a VC favorite. A bunch of people have shown this. This is Gary Higgins, Red Hash. So yeah, not much to say about it. This is the first pressing without the 7-inch single. It's on the heavyweight cardboard, and there's a sticker inside. I'm not sure if this current pressing has all that stuff, but it does have 7-inch. Anyway, this is really cool, obscure folk singer-songwriter thing. An interesting story. The guy recorded this and was busted for selling hash. Went off to jail while his friend finished the record, and it went nowhere because he couldn't tour or anything. He was in jail for like 2 years or something. Beautiful, haunting. Yeah, I would not know about this if it weren't for the VC, probably. So cool stuff. Glad to find that. This is a reissue of Van de Graaff Generators, the Aerosol Gray Machine from 1969 on Mercury. I haven't really done any research on this. It's clearly a modern reissue. It claims to be on the Mercury label. You know, maybe it is a Mercury repress. I don't know. This is cool. I have a bunch of later Van de Graaff Generator records, and they're weird and intense and kind of hard to take. This is a little bit mellower than those later records. A little more straightforwardly psychedelic, I guess, maybe. So yeah, this is obviously a later reissue, but it's in great condition, and it was, I don't know, $8 or something. Here's a couple things I'm not sure I'm going to keep. This is Focus Moving Waves. It was released in Europe as Focus 2 in 1971. I have Focus 3, European pressing of Focus 3, which is a double album. I kind of like some of this stuff, the singing maybe, I don't know. There's a heaviness to this, kind of a proto-metal thing going on here, which is kind of cool. And, you know, Jan Akkerman's great guitar player. I don't know, I didn't pay hardly anything for that. Nor for this, Jan Akkerman's, I think, first solo album. It says Joachim Kuhn on keyboards. Yeah, some disco touches to it. This is what, 1978, I think, 77. This is okay. Great player, but this is a cool find. This was another dealer that had a bunch of nothing, but here was this sitting there for like $6 or something. This is Premiata Fornaria Marconi PFM. This is Photos of Ghosts. This is a US pressing on Manticore from 1973. It's in a gatefold. Some staining on the cover, but the vinyl's in great shape. When Sam was here at Christmas, he was talking about PFM, and I wasn't really familiar with them. This is cool, Italian prog, with real like Baroque elements, counterpoint, and lots of soaring melodies and stuff. You know, I can see this not being everybody's cup of tea, but you know, if I'm in the right mood, yeah, this is cool. I want to check out more of their stuff. Almost done. This is pretty cheap and not something you see around a lot. Steve Hillage, L. This is on Atlantic from... when is this from? Oh, 76. Sorry. Produced by Todd Rundgren. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, Steve Hillage. I guess most famous for playing in Gong. Really great guitar player. This is an interesting record. Opens with a take of Donovan's Hurdy-Gurdy Man in a really like cosmic disco-y way, you know, and then Hurdy-Gurdy Glissando for like 9 minutes. That's just a kind of a jam. Looks like some Indian devotional music maybe on here. It's pretty cool, you know. Progorama. Great guitar player. Finally, a couple of metal records. There were a couple guys there that they weren't really dealers. I think they were like just kind of trying to unload some of their own personal collection, and they were totally open to striking bargains. So that was a popular table. Got a couple things from them. I would have passed on this, except it was such a deal and in such nice shape that I decided, what the hell. This is Black Sabbath's Live Evil. Yeah, live album, double album from 1982. This is with Dio singing, who I'm not that big a fan of. I know Nico, Final Corner, said something like he's the greatest metal vocalist ever. Maybe I need to keep listening. But anyway, this was way better than I thought it was going to be. Wow, way better. I guess because, you know, whatever's going on with the vocals, it's not like I think Ozzy Osbourne's a great singer either. Get right down to it. It's all about Tommy Iommi and his guitar and that rhythm section. That's like almost gonna fall apart, but yet it rocks. Yeah, this is cool. Finally, Megadeth. Peace sells, but who's buying? This is a recent reissue. I'm not sure when. On Capitol. Yeah, from originally issued in 1988, I think. Is that right? 1988. No, 1986. I'm sorry. Great cover. I love that cover. This guy, Dave Mustaine, has become kind of a giant right-wing dick, and so kind of whatever. This is classic thrash death metal, 80s underground metal. It's mint, reissue, yeah, heavy vinyl. Sounds great, you know, for what it is. I think $8 again, right? Something. Megadeth. That's it, 21 minutes. But I showed a lot of records, right? Thanks for watching. Please leave comments. I'm terrible about commenting on people's videos. I'm really sorry about that. I watch videos on my phone and it's hard to... Anyway, trying to be better. I love you all. See you later.